Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Alright, I want to actually take the time today to talk to you guys about a few things before I go into tonight's footage of my session that I did at the 2F2F Karting Club Lahore. I've been getting a lot of questions that I don't know where they're coming from, but it's time that I kind of put a few things into perspective and maybe reiterate a few things that I have mentioned in the past. First of all, let me just put it out there again that I am not from around here. I mean, yes, I look like a Pakistani. I speak and talk in Urdu, but I'm not from Lahore. I don't live in Pakistan. I'm just here visiting, and I can only say so much about a lot of things that happen here. It's just that one day I will be gone back home for good, and that's that. This is just a temporary stay. The second thing is, I do not represent 2F2F Karting Club Lahore or Islamabad or any other track that is around in Pakistan. I have nothing to do with any of them other than the fact that I am a paying customer. I come in to the front desk, I make my purchase for however many sessions I want to get for the day. I go do my sessions, record them as I am racing, and then I leave. That's it. I don't have any idea about what the promotions are. I don't have any idea about what special discounts they have. I don't know when they're opening or closing. I don't have any of that firsthand knowledge. Yes, I have a good relationship with the management there, but that's about where it ends. So please, I don't want to see any more questions that have anything to do with any of that, or debating with me whether the price is too high or whatever the case may be. I can't do jack squat about it. So I would really appreciate it if you would take the time to actually talk to the management. And for that, I'm going to include a link in the description below, as well as a good contact number that does or does not work sometimes. That's about all I can do for you. Any of these other requests I've been getting about, hey, can you hook me up with this or that? Again, I can't do anything about it. All right. So hopefully this is the last time I talk about it. There's nothing more I can do. All right. So now let me talk about the second thing. I do not charge any money for anyone wanting to learn how to race on the track. And I am never going to do that. That is not why I created this channel. I created this to share my knowledge, my experience for free. I'm not even a big enough channel at all to get any kind of income streams in forms of advertisements from YouTube. I don't get any sponsorship from anybody. It's all coming right out of my pocket and straight into the track's funds. That's basically it. I'm not doing anything different than any one of you all. So having said that, I just don't understand why people think that I'm doing something because it's going to benefit me. It's not benefiting me at all. I come from a very different background when it comes to this kind of stuff. I come up from a historical perspective. I come from a background where information was shared for free among those who were really very enthusiastic about learning something. And I am doing whatever I can to continue that spirit. So please, don't wave any money in front of me. It ain't gonna do nothing. You just have to be a very nice, genuine person who actually wants to learn something for me to actually do something in return for you. That's about it. There's no implicit or explicit mention at all ever from me about money. So no, I don't want to ever hear that again from anybody. I just thought that was very insulting, actually, when I had a couple of people who had viewed videos here come to me and say, I'm going to pay you so and so, get me faster. No, you come with me on the track, pay for your own session, not mine, and I'll teach you how to do it. And then it's all up to you. I learned on my own how to race, and I'm going to do the same for you in terms of at least showing you the ropes, but then the rest is on you. And if you can't figure it out, well, I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, now that those two big things are out of the way, let me talk about today's session. Today was a little difficult for me to actually race today. As I've mentioned in the previous video, we've had some difficulty in getting good lap times as a result of the track just having the unfortunate circumstance of having to use tires that are not up to par with allowing for the right kind of traction and control over the kart. So it was difficult. That's just all it has been. So what was weird about today was I was just struggling all over the place. I mean, the best lap time I think I did was 1:14.3, and it was difficult, going from not only difficult, but it was very, very shocking to see that, that's how bad things can get. These tires are not malleable like the ones that you would experience from the tires that the track would get from Belgium or wherever they get it from. This was a very hard compound. It felt like I stepped on one of the tires and it felt like it was concrete, like it was rock solid hard. So I actually urged the safety marshals and the mechanics to kind of deflate the tires, especially the ones in the rear, a little bit, so at least it will get soft enough to where I could get some kind of traction. But that was still useless. The endeavor was it was a failed endeavor, to say the least. So in any case, I did what I could and I tried, and that was the best I could do. There were some basically newbies on that track the whole night while I was there. I did 2 sessions, but I'm only going to show you the one. And regardless of that, they really didn't have as much of a role to play as I did in having to just trying to keep that kart within the limits of the track itself. So I guess I don't even know how I was able to manage the aspect of controlling the kart, but I still was able to at least get somewhat of a lap time out of it, even if it's not respectable per what I am expecting of myself. What I want to really emphasize is that this is one of those situations where somebody can actually learn a lot about how to adapt to different situations that are out of the control. So in this situation, the traction aspect of the kart was out of my control. So what I did here is I started to actually apply brakes and a lot of it, as well as modulate the throttle, so that I could try to keep the kart at the not the ideal racing line, but as it's called, the geometric racing line, as much as possible, to try to get the maximum entry and exit speeds out of each one of the corners that I took. So that was a struggle, but this is where you learn. And if you can figure that out about yourself, that no matter what the situation happens, that you can adapt and overcome, that'll make you a better racer anyway. Because there are going to be days, even when the best quality tires are out there, traction is just going to be a pain in the butt to try to get, either because the tires that you have were really good at first, but as they wear down, you start to have an issue with traction, with control, with how the kart behaves, especially around the double hairpins and the double left towards the back of the track. So it's key knowing the kart and understanding how it's behaving so that you can adapt to the way it's basically talking to you and still get respectable lap times out of it. So this was a real test for me, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Anyhow, I think I've kind of talked a lot already, so here's the footage, and thanks for coming. We'll see you soon.